All right, awesome. Welcome to the call. I'm extremely excited to have this conversation with you. And today has just been a phenomenal day. We have some great people on the line all the way across the globe. We got California, we got Pennsylvania, we got Tennessee. Somebody here is a Sagittarius, and I'm getting strong energy. I don't know who it is, but I know it's not me. But anyways, welcome to the call. I'm extremely excited to be having this conversation with you this evening. And if you're watching this, feel free to share this with a friend, a family member, somebody that you know that will like this kind of conversation where they can change their situation. And as I, get this call started, I want to open up just open it up with saying that I'm thankful that you have tuned in to this. Okay, because you could be doing anything else, but you decided to tune in tonight or watch this video later on. But I just want to let you know that it's time. It is time. But I want you to really think about that phrase. It is time. It is time. It is time. When you think about time, what do you think about? Come on, put it in the chat. What are your thoughts? Maybe write it down. What do you think about when that phrase, it is time? It is time. Right? Present moment. Awesome. That's good. Opportunity. Now. I love the word now because to me, it's like an acronym. No opportunity wasted. Right? But when I think of it's time, I think of choices. I think of decisions. I think of taking action. It's time. It is time. I think of awareness. I think that it's, helping you become aware that you're in a good position or you're in a position to move. Not a situation, but a position. And when you put yourself in a position, you understand where you are, you understand where you're headed. And man, this is going to be a phenomenal conversation. Okay, we're going to have a conversation inside the chats, and if you're watching this again, you can leave in comments, and things of that nature, and I'll leave my Instagram or my Facebook in the handle, so that way you can connect with me. But tonight, again, I just really want to have a conversation in regards to your life, right? And I really want you to start to think. It's time that you start to think. It should say start, but it says started, but it's okay. It is time that you start to think. Tier, but we think every day. No, we don't. We have about 65,000 thoughts each and every single day. But majority people are not thinking. My great mentor, God rest his soul, Mr. Bob Proctor, we're going to be celebrating him on Sunday. And I often heard him say 2% think, 3% think they think, and 95% will rather die than they think. But that just really get me to think. I'm like, man, why would somebody say that? Why would he say that only 2% think and 3% think they think and 95% will rather die than think? Because thinking isn't something that we were taught when we were brought up. There was never a class in school, formal education, on how to think. There was no class called Thinking 101. quite honestly, nobody would probably be interested because, again, the word is called think. Nobody wants to think, they just want to do. And I just really started thinking, he was talking about his mentor, Earl Nightingale. He would say, if people were aware of what they were thinking, they wouldn't be doing or saying the things that they're saying or doing each and every single day. I'm like, that's interesting. So if you ever watched the movie The Secret or heard of Bob Proctor, you know that he's a expert when it comes to law of attraction. And one of my favorite quotes from Bob is, whatever you think about, you bring about. Maybe write that down. Whatever you think about, you bring about. But my question to you is, what are you thinking? Are you thinking? I love that, Julian. He always said thoughts are things. Because thoughts are so powerful that it can travel through space and time with no problem. It's more powerful than what? A laser. More powerful than a laser. It's more potent than a laser. So I want you to make a choice when it comes to you thinking, because we all have a choice. Okay. That's what God gifted us. Choice. And Leslie, what I realized was we all have a choice to either stay the same or we can progress. And I want to ask you this question. Have you made a choice to either stay the same or to grow? Have you made a decision to diminish or to grow? Because it all comes down to our choices. Our life is a lump sum or a composite of choices. Right? And I want you to think of this. No, I'm not asking just you, Leslie. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there. I'm addressing everybody. I'm addressing everybody. I just want you to think, because we have a choice to either live in misery or live in happiness. It's a choice. But I want you to think about the benefits or the repercussions behind that choice. That's what I really want to have a conversation about. The thought within the choice. So if I make this choice, what's going to come afterwards? Because you got to realize that you are the cause of your world. Okay? You are the cause of your world. Whatever you speak about, you will bring about. Okay? Life and death has the power through the tongue. Not only through the tongue, but through the mind. And if you don't know how to control your mind, then your paradigm will control you. I'm gonna get into it here in a second. I'm telling you, I'm just beginning. I'm just beginning. Because I realize when it comes to misery, it's very easy to find misery. Why? Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Depending on where you're looking, it's everywhere. You can find it. Here in America, we call it CNN, constant negative news. or I like to call it corrupt, nasty news. It's just a bunch of corrupt, incorrect, information that they're spreading out to create misery. Right, Andy, they're brainwashing. Well, guess what? Right now, I'm brainwashing you. I'm brainwashing with information that can.
Hello?
What's this? You did this. Okay, you will want that.
This guy.
Look, somebody's excited. Somebody's really excited. They having a party. He must be in happiness right now. He talking about this guy. Yeah, you. I'm talking about you. You got to realize that your life has choices. And you either have, Jacqueline, choices that lead to happiness, or you have choices that lead to misery. It depends upon your thoughts. It depends upon the feelings that you have. It depends upon the actions that you take with those thoughts, which will ultimately lead to what? Your choice. Bob would always say, Tyra, I can tell you exactly who you are, what you do, based on your body structure, how you sit, how how you talk. I can tell if you're lazy. I can tell if you grew up with your grandmother. I can tell you all things about you that would freak you out. Why? Intuition. You can choose to be intuitive with the energy that's around you. Oh man, I'm just getting started. I'm over here getting excited because I'm seeing Andy. I want you to realize this. God chooses what we go through. Right? Julian, you got to realize that it's not about what the world does. It's about what you do when the world isn't moving correctly. Jim Rohn always used to say, it's not what happens that really matters. It's what you do when life happens. I want you to write this down. Your response is a choice. How do you respond to negative situations? How do you respond to positive situations? What do you feel when you encounter those situations? Or what I like to call storms. Because everybody's went through a pissy storm before. Some people tornadoes, some people, hurricanes. Some people tsunamis. I love that, Leslie. Not making a choice is a choice. But I love this quote, God chooses what we go through. Why? Because he's testing us. Now, I'm not, trying to, change people's belief systems or religion and things of that nature. Higher being, universe, whatever you want to call it. But it's testing us. It's testing us for what? To see if we're ready for the next level. Because you have to master one storm in order for you to get prepared for the next one. So we have to choose to either let the storm beat us up, or we can we can weather the storm. And that that really ties into, let's say if you're selling, solar door to door. You have a choice to knock on a person's door, give them the best service possible, or knock on the door, have negative thinking, a misery thought, and give up and not get the sale. Does this make sense? Because I love Les Brown, and he has many, many, many stories. And I remember when he was talking about how he wanted to do something for his family. His mom, to be exact, his foster mom, adopted mom. And he was out doing door-to-door sales, and he had to go out there with a partner, and the partner, gave up after the first one or two doors. He said, man, I'm just going to give up. Brett, you know what happened? He said, I'm not going to give up because I promised my mom I'm going to do something. What did he do? He made a choice to follow through. What type of choices are you making today that's going to help you for tomorrow? What kind of choices are you going to make that's going to help stretch you into becoming the best person that you possibly can be? Because we cannot control the negative environments of the world, but we can control the environment of our mind. That's why Bob always said, nobody can make you think what you don't want to think. And I'm going to touch on that here right now. Because you got many doors. And with those doors, you got many opportunities. But you got to, number one, you got to know what your purpose is. Because if you open those doors, you'll realize, okay, one of these doors will take me, or is going to be aligned to my future potential self. You know why God chooses the type of things that we go through? He already knows what decision or choice you're going to make. And it's like that one quote, if you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plan is. He knows you. He already created you. He knows you from in and out. Why? Because he started with the end in mind. So you got to really think, okay, what's my purpose? What am I really working towards right now? Who am I becoming? And then each day you should make a choice on what you're going to do to get closer to that person. From the inside, not the outside. It's easy to work on the outside, but it's hard to work on the inside. Why? Because you don't have an audience. Don't worry about the audience. God is your audience. He's watching you each and every single day. That's why I'm scared to do certain things. I'm scared God going, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I learned. Does this make sense? But I want to ask you this. Are you rich? Are you rich? Please put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. And if you're watching this later, put it in the comments. Are you rich? Yes, yes. Come on, it's 11 people on this call. Besides me, 10. Jacqueline, yes. Brett said in the mind. Yes, okay, good answer. Spank said yes. David said yes. Awesome, good. Look, I'm gonna start calling y'all out. Are you rich? I want to ask y'all this. Do you know what rich is? I love it. Answer me this. Do you know what rich is? Do you know what rich is? Conglomerate of everything in your life. All about mindset and love. I like that. I like that. Come on, start calling y'all out. You better say something. But I can't go having a lot of. Okay, I like that. Having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy. Okay, that's good. He Googled that. Rich is perception. Oh, good. Yeah, I definitely could tell that. He had the colon or asking, like who uses that? I don't use that. I use it. Yeah, I use it. But I want y'all to realize rich means realizing I create happiness. Rich means realizing I create happiness. So as I'm talking about that, I want you to realize that this is you, okay? And you're split into three things. Well, two things, and to be honest with you, your mind and your body, okay? But I want you to realize when it comes to being rich, you have to be rich in the mind first before you can ever be rich in the body. But rich really means abundance, abundance of. So Amber, you were politically correct. Abundance. Like there's an abundance of money. There's an abundance of oxygen. There's an abundance of trees. There's an abundance of opportunity. It's just a matter of what Brett said, your perception, how you see it. How do you see you? Do you see yourself abundantly? And I want to ask you this. Are you rich on fear or are you rich on faith? Come on now, I'm about to get to preaching now. We about to have a conversation now. Because I realized over the last, Brett can remember when I first got started with my journey when it comes, being an entrepreneur and working with my mentors. And I was definitely, in the beginning, rich on fear. And I want you to realize this, Julian, that if you're rich on fear and you have no money, you live in poverty. You live in poverty. Meaning your thoughts are lack, your feelings are lack. You don't take enough action, so therefore, guess what? You lack in money. Why? Because in order for you to earn money, you got to take action. Earning money as an action. And most people, 95%, 96% of the world don't know how to earn money. Therefore, they don't take a lot of action. Sorry to bust your bubble, but again, we're having a conversation and I just went, hey, my name is Tierra. I'm going to be your friend, but I'm going to be frank tonight. I want to help you change the situation, not keep you in the same place that you are right now. It's 2022. Yesterday, y'all were killing me with all the numerology. Hey, it's 22222. What does that mean? What does it mean for you? You got so much faith in these numbers, but you don't have faith in your own actions. Annie, am I stepping on some toes? Am I stepping on some toes? Let me know if I'm stepping on some toes. Now, I ain't trying to beat you up, but hey, we having a conversation. I said open-minded people on the call, but I don't know who we got on here. I don't know who's listening. Fear. Fear, 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 fear. Why are we so rich on fear? Oh, I know why. Amber, we're ignorant. Write this down. The cause of fear is ignorance. I remember when I sat down at Bob Proctor's house, him and my mentor, Linda, and this is after I had put so much faith into being at their home. This was a leadership meeting that you had to qualify for. And thank you, Jackie. I was just, trying to get people to think. That's all. I appreciate that though. But I was working towards getting to a certain leadership position with our mentors, and myself and a few others achieved it. And we went through hell to get there. Like literally hell. But I wouldn't take anything back. Why? Because those actions allow me to gain a new awareness and perception of my abilities. And not only that, when I put in my faith, meaning I put in my action, when I knew what the end result was going to be, I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And I want you to understand that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Too many of you rely on your senses. What is that? See, taste, touch, smell, and hear. Y'all just so drunk in your senses that you don't know that you have imaginary, well, not imaginary, but invisible resources that's available to help you achieve anything that you want. They're called intellectual faculties. Now, some of you, this is, just repetition, but good. You need to hear it. I'm just breaking it down the way I know how to break it down, to where you can understand, man, I really need to start to use my faculties and not my senses. Because with my senses, I get pretty animalistic. What do I mean by that? Well, dogs, cats, deers, tigers, bears, and lions, they all can see, smell, taste, touch, and hear. What makes us different from animals? We have a mind. We have intellectual faculties. We have a self-consciousness. With animals, they have a simple consciousness, meaning they are completely at peace in their environment. Deers hang out with the deers, lions hang out with the lions. Hyenas hang out with the hyenas, alligators hang out with the alligators. Exactly, David. They are at home in their environment. So guess what? They're living through faith. They don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but guess what? They're going to live today and worry about tomorrow when it comes. But us as human beings, we have this thing called imagination. We always have a greater desire to expand ourselves. That's what the imagination is for. To be honest, I think that's what God is, the creative force. But you got to realize what you are creating. Oh man, y'all not getting, y'all ain't getting me. Are you creating fear because you're ignorant about how you can do a certain thing? Or are you creating in faith? Even though you can't physically see it right now. For example, what's his name? Steve Jobs, when he created the iPhone, he couldn't see it here. It wasn't in his hand. It was here. It was here. But what did he have to do? He had to focus his mind on what? He had to focus his mind on who he needed to be around for this thing to come into physical reality. Now we're at what? iPhone 13, but really it's been about what, 30, 40 phones that he's created. Why? Because it keeps improving. Brett, let me ask you this. How is it that we can upgrade on our phones, but we never upgrade on how we think, how we live, or how we earn money? How is that? Because we're not thinking. We're so caught up in the fear. Right? But are you thinking negative or positive thoughts? Are you rich with negative or positive thoughts? Are you rich with negative or positive action? Negative action is you not taking an action at all, which is still an action. A positive action is you taking action on an idea that can move you closer to your destination or to your goal. By the raise of hands, or maybe just put me inside the chat, how many of you actually made a decision to earn some income this week? How many of you have made a decision that you're going to, let's say, help somebody else this week? How many of you have even actually set a goal for the month? We're in month of February. How's that New Year's resolution going? You doing good? Are you moving positively towards your goal? You see some results yet? It's about to be 8 weeks. Positive action. And it's okay if you're taking some baby steps. Steps are, look, I'm put it like this. It's better to have footprints than butt prints. I see Mariana laugh at me. Because too many people, they just button all over themselves. They just button all over themselves. They putting a bunch of butts on their body for no reason. Dear, I was gonna do this, but man, I was trying, but no. Trying is giving yourself permission to fail. Yeah, please write that down. Trying is giving yourself permission to fail. Bob said, try and stand up. I said, what you mean? He said, try and stand up. Son, try and stand up. I'm like, I get up. He said, sit down. I sit down. He said, did you try or did you just do it? So I just did it. He said, same thing when it comes to making money. Go and do it, son. You know what to do, you're just not doing it. This is what I love right here. Poverty or prosperity? What kind of mind do you have? I can tell based on your results. Your results tell me everything. Your facial structure tells me everything. So I'm gonna get into the mind for you. Okay. You got the conscious mind. That is the mind that allows you to think. And with the conscious mind, you are able to do what? Accept or reject any idea that comes to it. Okay. Then you have the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind allows you to feel. That's where all the emotion happens. Fellas, we are conscious about what we do, but we suck when it comes to expressing our feelings. Now, on the other hand, ladies are not that conscious, but they are very in tune to what they feel. That's why when you say something wrong to a woman, whoa, that wasn't what I was trying. That was not the result that I was looking for. Well, hey, it's not what you say, but how you say it. But I want you to realize this, people, that your conscious mind will accept an idea that you give it. Let's take prosperity for a thought, because we already know what poverty is. How many of you already know what poverty is? Don't worry, I'll wait. We don't have to talk about poverty. Why? Because let's be honest, we've lived in it majority of our lives for the last 400 something years. I know all of you aren't 400 years of age, but again, our generations, the people that came before us, they were in poverty. Why? Because they didn't think. So therefore, David, whatever you create in the conscious mind and you repeatedly beat it into the subconscious mind will create a feeling. It will create an emotion. With that emotion, it will flow down to the body, which will create a vibration. With that vibration of the body, it will take action. You know why you're not getting the results that you really want? You know why? Because you're focused on the senses of the conscious mind. See, hear, taste, smell, touch. Instead of using your intellectual faculties, your will, your logic, your imagination, your perception, creativity. Oh, that's not it. I'm tripping. Man, David, don't beat me up. Bob, please don't beat me up. I'm still learning. But let's just talk about the imagination and the will. Bob said majority of people don't get in life what they want is because they aren't picturing it. They don't create a picture. My mentor today, Mr. Holton Bug, said, you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you picture. Quite frankly, majority of you are getting everything that you picture. If you have always pictured poverty, that's exactly what you are going to get. We always say whatever you continually see is what you're going to continually be. Whatever is entertaining you now is training you now. You know why? Because thoughts trigger feelings, feelings trigger actions, actions trigger results. And it goes into a repeat cycle. Until if you don't like your results, you got to change your thinking. And when you change your thinking, you will change your feeling. When you change your feeling, you will change your action. When you change your action, your results will change. So whatever's impressed into the subconscious mind, the subconscious mind will make sure that it is getting expressed. Because everything without started where? Within. So you got to make a decision. Do I really want to change my life? Do I really want this year to be the best year of my life? Am I really committed? Am I really serious about making a quantum leap? Am I really serious about quitting my job this year? I'll tell you right now, 5 years ago, I was scared shitless to quit my job. Let's be honest, okay? How many of you are scared to quit your job or quit the thing that's, funding you every single week or month? Come on, we're all friends, we're all family. We can be real, we can be honest. I'll be the first me. I'm talking about it took me months to quit. It took me months to do it. I know. Wait till the end. Ooh, y'all have no clue what I'm going. I'm gonna smack that paradigm so hard. I want you to realize this. If you're not scared, you're not growing. If you're not scared to leave your security, you're comfortable. When you're scared, it's showing you that you have a sign, you're moving towards growth. Because close to 6 years ago, August 12th, it'll be 6 years. I was scared shitless. When I say I will say from January of 2016 all the way till August of 2016, I was scared shitless. I was very uncomfortable. I was looking for things. I was looking for another job, but I realized that another job just wasn't going to work. Why? Because I wanted more time. I wanted more income. I wanted a lot. I wanted to make a big impact, Jacqueline. But I couldn't do it working for somebody else. No offense to anybody that has a job, but I realized that you're very limited on what you can do. You're very limited on what you can give. Let's just say that you're limited. Nobody wants to be felt. Nobody wants to feel slave. Nobody wants to feel like we're in shackles. How's it, it's Black History Month here in the US. And majority, excuse my French, but majority Black people still slaves. They just don't have the shackles on their arm. They're slaves of their own mind. You know what the plantations are today? This is really gonna step on some toes. Jobs. That's a plantation today. Yes, a master. Yes, a manager. I'll do that. Look, why is it that jobs will pay you just enough for you not to quit, and they'll pay you, you'll stay there just enough, that they don't fire you. You do enough just so that way they don't fire you. Like David, I know for sure he don't do a lot of work. Why? Because this man's too busy talking to me. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but yeah, it's manipulation. I think it was not what is his name? Henry Ford. Henry Ford started, having the manufacturers, and there was a quote about him saying that he didn't want people to think, he just wanted them to work. Because once people realized that they could do something better, they wouldn't work anymore. Nothing would get done. So that's why they started schools. Look this stuff up. Look up where jobs came from. I believe Andrew Carnegie said, or Napoleon Hill, whichever one, should be coming from the same lineage. He said, if you believe that hard work and honesty alone will, bring you riches, perish the thought. It doesn't work. Working a job never worked. Let me leave jobs alone. You got some people that's sensitive about, but I love my job. Okay, if you love it so much, why don't you quit today? If you love your job so much, would you still work there if you didn't get paid? Oh no, you don't love your job then. I love what I do. I can do this all day, every day, not get paid for it. You know why? Because I was doing it before. So are you. But wherever attention goes, power flows to. Wherever attention goes to, power flows to. So if you're focused on rags instead of riches, you're going to keep getting rags. Oh, this check wasn't that much. Okay. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. But I want you to realize this. You got to appreciate the thoughts that you have, because they shaped you into the person that you are. If you think of the good, the more good will come to you. But I want you to think about this. What do you really want? Do you have a goal? Because I would hate for you to go out. Let's say if I hired you as a captain, which I probably wouldn't hire you as a captain because you're not specialized to be a captain on a ship. Let's say I'm supposed to be going from, Miami, Florida, all the way to Florence, Italy. And we're going across the ocean. We're going across, certain seas. And Jackie, if I'm hiring you and you don't know where you're going, excuse my French, we're all messed up. We're dead. Why? Because you don't know what you don't know. It's like you having a ship with no destination. What's the point of having a ship? That's why it's important to have purpose. The goal is to help you stay on track of your purpose. But I want to ask you this. What do you want more of? Time, income, mindset, or a better environment? Put it inside the chat. Put it inside the chat. Would you like more time? Would you like more income? Would you like a better mindset? Or would you like a better environment? Good, all of them. Leslie, all of it. Awesome. All of the above. Awesome. All of them. Good. Y'all copycats, man. Come on, it's 9 of y'all. Okay. Bank said Tom. Okay. Look, he finally got it. Mommy said everything. Come on, I'm gonna call y'all out. Y'all better not be asleep. If you're down to only one environment, good. That's a good one. Honestly, the most important one is environment. It's environment. Why? Because I'll tell you right now, when I was working at my job, um, which I ain't gonna speak on the company's name, but I enjoyed what I did, but I just did not like the environment. The environment was very negative. It was very toxic, um, very immature. I just wasn't in a growth oriented environment. And I was looking for that. And that's when I attracted my good friend and mentor today, Mr. Darren Gibson. And I realized, man, if I wasn't in this negative environment, I probably wouldn't have attracted the environment that I'm in today. I probably wouldn't have created the environment that I have today. And so, Julian, I was very specific about what I wanted to do, and I really wanted to quit my job. Why? Because I had a full-time job and a part-time life. How many of you can relate to that right now? Put me inside the chat. Nothing wrong with having a full-time job, but there is a problem when you don't have a life. And so I sat down with Darren and I told him exactly what I wanted to do. I told him my goals, what I wanted, and when I wanted to do it. But the bad thing about you having a goal and not having a deadline is called a wish. Some of you say that you have a goal, but you really have a wish. You know why? Because a goal has a deadline. My goal card, which I have with me all day, every day. Matter of fact, it's sitting right here in front of me, written out on a index card, and then I have my actual goal card right here. And I read it and I think about it all day long. Every time I touch my pocket, it's right there, and I come up with this image. And when I sat down with them, I realized, man, I'm broke, busted, and disgusted. I am losing. These guys are winning. And I just don't know what to do. I need to partner up with these people. I need to get in this environment because this is an environment of winners. And damn it, I want to win. I knew what floor I was on when it came to life. And I was in the basement. I wasn't, I was not, on one of those top floors. Why was I in the basement? Well, because I was living in my grandmother's basement. I was losing. I had a nice little car, but the neighborhood that I was in, no, trash. No offense, that's the neighborhood that, helped mold me up. But at the same time, it just wasn't going to help me grow. It was not a winning environment. Matter of fact, it wasn't even attractive. But I want you to ask yourself this question. What floor are you going on when it comes to this elevator called life? Are you going to the top? Because I put it like this. It's okay if you take the stairs too. That's a little bit slower. But even if you get to the stairs, you got to realize that each level will take you to a new level. And with each level, you have to appreciate the devil that you just defeated. But that devil that you defeated is only preparing you for the next devil that you got to come across. And when it comes to the elevator of life, you got to select what level you're going to go to next. Because again, you still got to go. Every level will bring a new devil. And it's going every level, excuse my French, but it's going to be a bitch to defeat it. But guess what? If you're in the right environment, it'll be easier to defeat it. It'll be easier to defeat it. You know why? Because you got support. So be careful about what you focus on. Because whatever you focus on grows. And you got to select who you're going to hang out with. And you got to realize that, hey, look, everybody can't go to the next floor with you. Sometimes you got to go alone. But you got to take action now. You got to take action now. Julian, I don't know why I said Julius. I know why I called you Julius, but anyways. And yes, the elevator is easier, but at the same time, it's harder. You know why? Because you got to wait for other people to get off the elevator too. But again, you got to take action. Because there's a lot of people that get on the elevator, they hadn't even decided what floor they're going to go on. They just on the ride with everybody else on the elevator. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Everybody's off the elevator. What? I didn't even press my floor. That's why it's imperative that you make a decision. Making a decision is really an action. But I want you to take action on doing things before you're ready. Oh man, I'm about to step on some toes right now. If you knew how many people I was sharing opportunity with, they like, man, it sounds too good to be true, man. I don't think I can do this, man. And I'm just not ready. What do you mean you're not ready? You said you wanted more time. You said you wanted more income. You said you want a better mindset. You said you said, but you're not doing anything. School often taught us to learn before we go, when you should be learning as you go. Brett, I'm pretty sure your kids know how to work your phone better than you do. You know why? Because they don't have any patience to learn. They just do it. And as they do it, they learn. Why is it when it comes to adults, we want to learn everything before we do something? We've been conditioned. We've been programmed to do it. Hey, let me get some more information before I do anything. No, for what? If you give a fool some more information, he's only going to be a bigger fool. Because information doesn't change your situation. Information plus application of the information will give you a transformation. So which one are you doing? Are you too busy getting ready? Are you getting going? Because getting ready doesn't get you closer to your goal. Getting going gets you closer to your goal. Here's a great example. When I was telling my mentor, man, I want to quit my job, I was getting ready. I was getting ready. But I was getting going when I invested into the business when I didn't have any understanding of what I was investing into. But in all actuality, I was investing into a new awareness. I was investing into a new experience. I was investing into my future potential self. Oh, this is good. Invest, meaning I am protecting what's coming from within by putting it out. You know how many people I talk to and they say, man, I don't have the money. What? What are you talking about? Because when I first got started, it was $1,500 to get started in the business that I had. $1,500, and I did not have it. And because I was talking to my mentors, they made me feel like I could go and find it, and I did. Quite frankly, to be honest with you, I went into debt. It was the best debt I ever went into. Why? Because if I were to die the next day, at least, no, I didn't have an American Express. I had a Visa. No, at that time it was a MasterCard. I'll take that back. So, Mama, you know what I did? I said, I am worthy of perfection. I am worthy of what I really want. I'm worthy. And my mentor said, how much ever you invest into yourself is going to determine how much you value yourself. And I said, ding, that's it. Tier, you value you. Even though you don't got the money, go and find it. If your mom asks you for the money, I guarantee if she was on her deathbed, you were going to find that money. If your kids needed $1,500 for them to live tomorrow, you're going to go and find that $1,500. You're going to sell some socks, drawers, and basketballs. You maybe even go and strip a little bit. You know why? Because you have a reason. You have a reason. When it comes to investing into a mentor, you're not paying them just to give them money. No, you're buying advice. You're buying their experience. I would take my mentor often to breakfast. Why? Because their time is not, I wanted them to know that I valued their time. Not only that, I value what they're giving me so that way I can get better. Some of us went to college. How is it that we were 18 and we got a loan for $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year? And we didn't have no credit. Well, we used our parents' credit. We used their name. Good. I should have. I should have dropped out. But, it's all good. To each his own. When I put it like this, you got to do the uncomfortable things. When I say uncomfortable, I don't mean dangerous. I don't mean go out and be careless. Just do something different. Because when you do something different, you get something different. And when you get something different, you feel different. Why do you feel different? Because you think of something different. Why? Because you did something differently. Remember when I said early on the call, your life is a cause and what happens is an effect? If this is good stuff, put good stuff inside the chat. Because you got to do the unfamiliar things. The things you do right now is because it's familiar. When you get uncomfortable, it's not familiar anymore. In order for you to get new results, you have to do things that's not familiar. Of course, you invest in $1,500 into a business that isn't familiar. You haven't done it before. Matter of fact, you have never been trained to invest your money. You've been taught to save it. You've been taught to spend it, but you've never been taught to invest your money. You know why? Because people don't know how to invest. They know how to spend. What does spend mean? Meaning your money is ending. It doesn't come back. My mentor always said, what you want to do when it comes to your money is you want to send it out and allow it to come back with friends. You need to invest into assets and not liabilities. I got 2 phones, shawty. These are 2 assets. Why? I got 1 phone for one business and I got another phone for another business. 2 phones, shawty. Guess what? If you're not earning income from your smartphone, you got a dumb phone, folks. You got a dumb phone. So you got to invest. You got to do things that are unfamiliar so you can gain a new familiar zone. Because everything that you have right now is a comfort zone. Get outside the comfort zone. That's what I call your death zone. You're slowly dying. Just slowly but surely. So when you do things that are unfamiliar, you get unfamiliar results. The cave that you fear to enter holds the paradise that you seek. But you too comfortable. You just said, man, you know that I'm cool with what I got. I'm cool. I'm cool. Didn't you just tell me you wanted a Maserati? Didn't you just tell me you wanted to go to Atlantis out there in Dubai? Didn't you just tell me that you wanted to do this? Yeah. Why ain't you doing it? I don't really need all of that. Bullshit. Sometimes you need to talk to your friends like that. Man, bullshit. You got lazy. You didn't want it. You really didn't want it. Because if you did, you would do it. For example, Bob said that, man, I really want to meet Earl Nightingale. He said, no, you don't. One of his friends said, no, you don't. He said, yeah, I do. He said, if you really want to go and meet him, go and schedule a call or a meeting with him. He said, well, damn, you're right. And you know what he did? He scheduled a meeting. He called Earl Nightingale's office. He wasn't in at the moment. He left a message. And he got a call back from Earl Nightingale. He said, hello, this is Earl Nightingale. He was like, oh, shit. It sounds like Earl Nightingale. This is Earl Nightingale. He said, hey, I want to have some time with you. Well, hey, I'm pretty busy. Da, 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 da. Okay, well, hey, look, I live in Toronto, but I'm willing to fly down there to Chicago and meet you. And that's exactly what he did. It was uncomfortable for him. Let me ask you this. How long are you going to let your comfortability keep you from living a better life? Or the life that you really want? Because I want you to realize this. Comfort can be a prison. Comfort can be a prison. Doing things that you're familiar doing is a prison. You got to get out of the prison. So my question to you is, are you going to start taking action? Are you going to internet fear? I mean, are you going to internet cave that you are so scared to enter? So that way you can go to the other side of the cave and realize that there's paradise. There's a whole new world that you have never been in. And it holds everything that you're looking for. You know what that's called? Freedom. It's called growth. On the other side of fear is growth. And when you have growth, you have freedom. Freedom to do what? Do whatever you want to do. But the key thing is, you got to do it. You got to do it. What they say, lights, camera, action. You got to put in some action. If you want the results to improve, you got to take some action. So I hope this brought some value to you tonight. What I would say is, if you're looking for something new, okay? If you're looking for a better lifestyle, if you're looking for a better environment, if you're looking for more time, if you're looking for generational wealth, if you're looking for a mentor, put looking inside the chat. I don't know who invited you to the call tonight, but I have a platform where I help a lot of people create a new lifestyle. Hence why it's called Lifestyle Mastermind. Because we're on a journey to master ourselves. And when we master ourselves, we create a whole lifestyle. Life is what everybody has. Style is the way that they live it. Are you really living or creating the lifestyle that you really want to live? And if the answer is no, and you want to, this is what I'll do. I didn't have time to throw the platform inside my slides, but that's what I'll do. This is my Instagram. You can message me and you can let me know what you learned from this call. If it added some value to you, I will be posting this on YouTube, and you can reach out to me. Let me know what you learned from it. Let me know if you're looking for something different. I gave you the acronym TIME. It is time. Time, income, mindset, environment. Which one is more important to you right now to improve? You can message me, let me know which one it is, and I look forward to having a conversation with you and helping you out with that. Because there's some people on the line today that I've been able to help really create a new lifestyle. Not only that, they're helping other people do the same thing. And so what I would say is I hope you had gained a lot of value from tonight's call, and hope I didn't take too much of your time. But if you got some value from this, put value inside the chat. Okay, got some DMs. I appreciate your time. Hope you guys have a phenomenal evening. Have a wonderful weekend and finish off the month strong. With that being said, I'm out. Boom.